guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be trying something a little different with the white truck. Actually, we kind of started on it. We all got something to look at while we're here. So, I want to kind of explain with the white truck. So, as y'all know, with that truck, we've had issues with it killing batteries.
For a while.
It's been a while. Haven't really done a whole lot as far as trying to fix it. There's my grandpa back. But we haven't done a whole heck of a lot with, like, trying to fix it. We did a little bit, but not a whole lot. So, what happened in that truck is ever since I was going to high school, ever since I started driving, since before I started driving, probably 2014, that truck has always had a little bit of a water leak. Y'all know I started doing stuff with that truck when I was 14. We did a bunch of stuff to it before I was old enough to actually drive. But we did some lighting, did some stuff like that. And with lighting on those trucks, ran it in through the firewall and all that kind of thing. Made a cut in the grommet, run it through up the dash, the whole deal.
Turns out
that all these years later, finally figured out what the issue was. The issue is part of the grommet. There's kind of like two pieces there. The actual rubber grommet itself had actually fallen out, and at the bottom of it there was just a gap, probably quarter, eighth inch, maybe
3/8, something like that, and it was just like
water right on through. I thought, maybe it was the windshield leaking. We had a light bar on that truck that mounted in the door jamb, so I resealed that. We took it off, and when we took the light bar off, that was the best decision I've ever made. When we took it off, I sealed up the holes and everything. So I thought maybe it was that, so I resealed everything. The water leak was still there. Took the cowl off the truck, took the wipers off the truck, cleaned out inside the cowl. There's a little drain there. We cleaned it out, took a drill bit, cleaned it out, and everything, and it still leaked. So we actually found that grommet when we were doing some work to it and whatnot. So put that back in, and I haven't noticed any more water in the floorboard. Now, I don't know how well y'all can tell. It's been raining here pretty good bit. So we're going to go over there when the 300 broke down, matter of fact. And we pulled the truck, we cleaned it up and everything, washed it and everything. I told my grandpa, I said, let's leave the battery hooked up to the truck and see if it kills the battery. So it's been hooked up for 2 months, something like that, maybe a little more. And I haven't noticed it doing anything weird. So before, when it would kill the battery, I would notice if it rained or anything like that, something weird would happen with it. One day the tail lights would be on in
the middle of the night with
nothing in it or nobody in it. Or come out one day and the AC was blowing and just a bunch of weird stuff. Or when you say with the 6.0 here, key
it's in my hand.
You open the door and nothing happens. No dings, no nothing like that. Y'all know that truck dings when you open the door, even without the key in it. Kind of like this. That truck has always done that. I don't know why it does that. It's very annoying. But with these, when you turn the ignition on, sorry for the beeping, but I wanted to kind of show y'all. But with the key on, when you open the door, it makes a noise, just like that. That truck, that truck had done that a few times with the key out of the ignition, and all of the accessories, all the key-on accessories worked. So I figured it was the gem module. So short of just going out and buying a gem module, and having to figure out how to haul it somewhere and get it programmed and everything.
We're excited.
We're going to try this. If this doesn't work, we might take that gym module out and try to clean it, see if that does work. But anyway, I'm going to run in, swap out the 6.0 keys for the white truck keys.
We're going to see if it fixed itself. Alright, so I got the white truck key here. And if this hasn't been the most fitting key tag for this truck, that, step back, that'll probably be the thumbnail. I don't know what is. But we're going to see if old Big Girl is going to fire up here. So I haven't messed with it, haven't touched this truck in a while. Matter of fact, since we did the Shine Armor product test, there's Amazon. As a matter of fact, the bottle still laying in here. We'll put that there for right now. So let me swap hands with the camera here and see what she does. So, I mean, you can see this is not wet at all. That is a tear in the carpet, and this is all dirt. But there's no moisture, and it rained hard this morning. So let's see, will she start? No, but I kind of figured that because it has been a while. So what I'm going to do, but we still have power, so it's much better than before. But I'm going to drive this thing, and I'm going to jump it. I'll grab the little truck. We'll jump it, and I'm going to take this thing for a drive, a short drive. We'll come back, park it, let it sit for 5 or so minutes, and see if it restarts. Because beforehand, it would not. So I'm going to see what happens there. Again, I know it's been a little longer than I would have liked to have waited. Since this thing's been drove, haven't really drove it since we put the Nittos on it. I mean, we pulled it up here, washed it, and backed it right back in here. So I'm gonna get the jumper cables. We're gonna jump this off with the blue truck, and like I said, we're gonna do a short drive in it, come back, park it, and see if it'll restart. Because beforehand it killed the battery enough to where it would not. So I'm gonna run in here, grab the keys for this, and we're gonna see what she does. And guys, also another reason I figured that battery would be dead, it is cold today. It's been cold the last couple of days. We had a really good cold streak a couple weeks ago, so I figured it would be dead. But all the lights and this thing keeps coming off, but the pods do work. I don't know if you can see the reflection, but everything does work. So it's just low, and like I said, I figured it would be because it's cold and it hadn't been running a while. But I'm gonna run here, grab the keys for this, run down there, get the jumper cables. We'll jump her and see what she does. Alright, so I got the blue truck hooked up. It set just a second, just long enough for me to get in here. Yeah, we'll let her charge for a second. It is, like I said, it is cold. The 6.0 didn't want to start this morning either. But yeah, it's gonna need a second. Or let's keep trying it like he said. Well, there we go. Like I said, 6.0 didn't want to start this morning. It has 2 batteries, so no, it makes a lot more compression than this thing does. But this thing's been sitting for a pretty good minute, and those jumper cables aren't the best jumper cables. They were free, so I guess I'm gonna move that thing, or maybe he'll move it for me, which would be nice. That way I don't have to get back out of this thing. And we're gonna take this old girl for a drive and see what she does. I know it's going to ride terribly because the tires have probably got cold spots on them, but anyway, it is starting to rain, so I'm going to try to make this quick because these windshield wipers are terrible. But we're going to take this thing on a short little drive here and see how she does. Now, at some point, I need to give this thing a full interior clean as well, but we'll get to that. We will. Our friends over at Shine Armor did send us this interior cleaner, which, if you follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, I think I posted it on YouTube Shorts. I don't remember. But let me stop here and let this thing warm up a second. Our friends over at Shine Armor sent me this interior cleaner, and if you use the code that is up on your screen, it will save you some money off of your order, and I do get a little kickback from that. Just being honest with y'all, we got set up with their affiliates program. The same thing with Alloy Works. I might talk to them and see if I can get some stuff for this as well. But Alloy Works, we have an affiliate program set up with them. Move Bumpers, Rev Auto Care. We got some stuff set up with them. They have great products as well. But Shine Armor hit me up on Instagram and said, "Hey man, we've seen your videos. We really liked them. So we're gonna send you some stuff to try out." And look how clean it got this, portion of the door handle, or the door panel, and our handle here. So this is just a little short clean. We actually did this, or I actually filmed that video right before we went looking for 300 parts. So this is a really quick video, but it got a bunch of this stuff cleaned up really nice. I didn't clean the whole thing because I wanted to be able to make a YouTube video and kind of showcase it as well. This thing cleaned up really nice. I need to get down there, but we're gonna give this thing a full solid clean in a moment. But anyway, I'm going to stick that back on. Doesn't really stick all that well because this is painted and it's not real clean. But we're gonna take this thing for a little drive here and come back and see how she does. And I will say, guys, I miss this truck, but I've been so busy with getting the powder coat stuff lined out and everything else. So we'll get to her at some point, but hopefully sooner than later. But anyways, I'm gonna take her on a short little drive here and see how she does. Okay, so we're back. I figured I wanted to kind of pull over here and get a picture with the leaves and stuff changing with this truck, since it doesn't really get drove a whole lot anymore. Now, I do want to start driving this truck more. It's so much smoother than it was on the Federals, which I will also say, one thing about those Federals is, or one thing about this truck with the Federals is, this truck has been super picky with like every set of wheels and tires I've ever put on it. The tires that came off the blue truck, 6-lug stocks, which putting those on this truck has been one of my biggest videos, right behind the 6.0 headliner. So thank y'all for all the support. I don't get to say it enough, but I really do appreciate it. But those tires on that truck weren't that bad. Put them on this truck, and this truck bounces like no other. I don't understand why this truck's like that. It's always been that way. But those tires might not be bad on the 6.0 or say the blue truck, but on this truck it does not like them. So I definitely want to start doing some more stuff with this. I think sounds great. I do like this truck. It's a little droney with the exhaust setup that's on here, but I do love this thing. and I definitely want to start doing some more stuff with this here very, very soon. But I'm gonna get some pictures with this thing, and I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, I'm gonna get some pictures of this thing, and then we'll pull it back up there and park it and sit back and look at her. All right, so pulled down there, got some pictures with it, whatnot. But we parked her back here. I like parking it here because every morning I come up, look up the door, or every morning when I wake up and come open up the door. English is a little better there. It's nice to see this thing out here. The same thing with these three, or the other two. The only bad thing is tree sap. This one I don't park in the driveway anymore with these two. Here's the tree sap from this tree. This truck still kind of gets it a little bit, but you can see the windshield is nice and clean. So not bad. Not near as bad as when I actually park under the tree in the driveway. So that is much better. Now, I know it's not good parking them out in the sun like this. I know in this truck the paint is not looking so great. Got a piece in this channel up here on the roof back here that's actually the paint blistered for whatever reason, and I noticed I pushed water out of the blister, so that is less than ideal. But you know, stuff like a little peel coming out of the handles, back here, some paint peeling out of there, and I know I didn't get that sanded good, but I know also this thing sitting in the sun is not good for it. Kind of like my third brake light that is turned yellow. My headlights are peeling. I don't know if you can see that. I know you can see that. So this thing is going to get a makeover at some point, I promise. But we need to get the powder coat lined out, get it going and everything. And before we redo this truck, I really want to get somewhere or something that I can park this truck in or under to keep the sun off of it. The 300 here is seeing some effects of the sun as well. If you can see the dash piece, it's kind of peeling up there. It was like that when I got the car. But anyway, the truck seems to be doing great. No weird little quirks or anything like it was doing when the module was getting wet. So I think we're good to go. Again, the battery was dead this morning, but I completely believe that is from the truck sitting and it being super cold today, and it's supposed to get even colder. It's supposed to get down into the teens next week, so that should be good. But anyway, guys, I think that is going to be a wrap for this video. So if y'all enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. If you have any suggestions for the truck, drop a comment down below as well. Thank y'all for watching, and I hope everybody has a great day.